Hey guys, I was stupid, so last time I didn't get to save my my live stream of Higurashi with the zombie tag thing, and now I feel like a total dumbass. And this is all because of stupid ass YouTube freaking blocking my thing because they thought I was a minor or something on my live stream. Yeah, I'm not. I'm 27. I don't know how, and it's just like so stupid that I have to wait 24 hours or something. Well, I mean, hopefully I don't have to wait any longer and take me at my word. Anyway, the function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even here after that. All we do is play together. No helping it. Everyone's a different age or gender. The only rule is that we have to stay on the school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting about. While they certainly aren't being active, they might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do together for PE?
Sorry, it's probably Rika's line, but it's whatever. It's not important. Alright, we have all our members gathered now.
Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do?
Mia harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Explosive powers and endurance, there are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust in is your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga, I quipped without missing a beat. And so we'll be taking a lesson from history, the tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag! It's quite an adorable choice to make after playing it up so much.
Just what I was hoping for! That dunderhead Cagey shall be the first one to be it! I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too! You can't beat me!
Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society, you must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mia and Sadako looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine. Tag, I'm in! I yelled across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it, so the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The endgame would become a hellish siege. They call the version we're playing here zombie tag, you see? I see. Anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. Okay.
Why do you make it sound so scary? I wonder.
As soon as I catch Rena, I'm gonna tear out her entrails while she's still alive!
Gross, Keiichi! That's gross!
Rika placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked.
Don't worry. Before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Rika, that's not comforting at all!
Both Mio and I nodded deeply. So the first it. How do you decide who's the zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's just start by answering questions. Ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea what grade level they're coming from. What does the Japanese word roku mean, huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mio repeated. So you need an answer. What's roku in English? It's 6. How about kushita? Oops. Kutsushita. My bad. Socks! And what's the last letter in the alphabet?
It's X.
Damn it, I read this yesterday. You'd think it would be practice. What does sentetsu mean?
Of course I know what that is! It's it.
Sadako, hang yourself over answering the answer. I see, it is a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what that is, right?
I certainly do! Of course I know!
Then go ahead and say it. That, you know. That. What does that mean exactly?
Sadako looks like she's in trouble! How cute!
Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mio's pursuers are relentless, making Sadako stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it nice and loudly. What does that mean?
I do know! That means a person, thing, idea, action, or event which has been previously indicated in context. Huh?
All of us were a bit surprised by Rika's unexpected answer. I see. Well, it is certainly what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Sadako's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt off you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Sotozaki Mio. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were born a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole.
It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Hojo Sadako, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone.
It seems she's ready to go.
I must use count to 100, correct?
Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100, so you can start chasing after you solve this problem.
Oh, Keiichi, give her a simple one, okay?
1/5 of the cake, 1/6 of the cake, and 1/7 of the cake are all on a plate.
Oh no! There are no common denominators?
Sadako grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. If Sadako, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mio shouted, "Ready, go!" On Mio's signal, everyone but Sadako scattered.
Keiichi, that wasn't a problem at all, was it?
Sadako had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all. Of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in the direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best of spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills, like Mio, for example. The fact that I didn't realize that at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over to the school grounds, I saw Sadako just rising up to the start. She was really, really mad. She got tripped out on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in 2 directions. I would probably have a good response if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Think calmly, my Keiichi. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. And going for the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning me!
Now then, where could Keiichi possibly be? I shan't let you escape.
But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell, or maybe some kind of trap. If I could craftily hide my tracks, there'd be no trail for Sadako to follow. But I was no detective. Would I be even able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
Tomita! Okamura! Have you seen Keiichi recently?
What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita and Okamura pointed to the location I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it's going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just counter it in a similar vein. I approached some of the girls playing with the ball. "I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Hojo Sadako her parents are at the gate, please."
Message! Okay.
I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. "Wait, don't go yet! Also, take this one of Mio Sotozaki. Tell her teacher's calling her to the gate." I'm quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Sadako and Mio would run into each other at the gate. It put me at a disadvantage of where people were it. But this is Mio we're talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Dance for me, Mio and Sadako, in the palm of my hand! Having my fill of playing the con man, I'll look for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I only brought myself a scant amount of time, and it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Sadako would probably ask those messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there were more zombies than participants in this game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All of my classmates could transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic may backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It was a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower kids were running down below the shed.
My bar isn't around. Is he over there? No. Where's Keiji, I wonder? His dad's at the front gate.
That was definitely a lie. The word gate is the same one I use. He gave a hint of revenge. So Mio was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they had to search until the school bell.
Hey, do you know where Keiji is at? His mom suddenly got really sick.
A message from my bar.
They said his house caught fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of my bar's residence.
The police have come to question him. Anything goes now.
They say he enjoys peeping in the bathroom.
Huh? Is it true that he's going around
Every night stealing panties?
Who are they talking about?
I heard they wears panties and his head smells them and stuff. No way would I do that!
I heard that the class representative
Mia was a victim too.
What? Ah, this is your doing, Mio! Calm down, my bar, Keiji. This is Mio's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. For them, all those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. I win, Mio! It's my victory! Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory.
Did you hear? I heard the new transfer student in my bar is a really perverted person.
The gossip being Mio had to a higher price. Ah! Oh, someone passed hello. That's Rena and Rika.
Rika, are you still okay? I'm getting by somehow. It seems Mi-chan is it as well.
Mio? Couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Mio was behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good.
We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Sadako, Sadako is searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while.
Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena slept on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika had started creeping up to her. Rika doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. Couldn't be.
Rika! What is it? What is it? Don't worry.
I had never seen Rika smile so creepily before.
Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way! Rika! No!
Rena was pressed against the wall, and Rika lurched forward with both arms out just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine.
Keiji! Save me!
And zombie Rika turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. Found him! I see Kei-chan! Mio popped out behind the cinder block and was around the garbage dump, as also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous as when I was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good.
You said you located Keiji?
I could tell that Sadako was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika had let Rena escape, and now she was burying her fangs in my direction. Come on down, Kei-chan. The 3 zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary! Too scary!
I wonder how Keiichi's guts taste. Keiichi. Keiichi, I want you to become one of us.
Someone, please save me! I saw Rena apologizing across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry, leaving me for dead? Rena! I leapt out on the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Sadako and Rika jumped off on top of me and started straddling me. They tickled me all over my body. So this means Rena's still left? There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Rena! How dare you leave me for dead! The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt.
It's sad. So sad. But Keiichi is one of us now.
It felt like I had been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound.
This is no time to postulate. We must capture Rena.
The principal's walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Rena, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night. A vampire! Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my own evil designs. I gathered out the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone listen! Rena's in big trouble! All of you, please look for Rena!
It's a bigger problem than the jumbo jet crashing into your family's house?
Oh yeah, it turned to that, hadn't it? Mia whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah! It's not even in the same league as jumbo jets! What fell on Rena's house was a space colony!
A space colony?
Yeah! It was a really big disaster. Everything in 100 kilometer radius was obliterated. But that's only related to this tragic tale. This is just the beginning. The start of a war for independence by the propagandality of Zeon. The lower grades were dumbfounded. Their eyes were like saucers of the grand turn of events.
What will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose?
If things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. That person is Ryugu Rena. The lower grades all gulped. You see, I make them fully understand the fight for Earth was lost without Rena. Now scatter, comrades! We must find Rena! My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There's still one person who hadn't gone.
But I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire.
You're close. That's a white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course Rena knows their weak point all too well.
Ryugu is amazing.
Satisfied with that, he also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers among the youngsters. Little Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
Really though, how exceptional, Keiichi! This looks quite promising.
If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win.
I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie.
Rika's words stung a bit, but I'll let it slide for now. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result, everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
You're all scary! Keiichi too! So scary!
It was probably scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying that she was the only one who could save the world.
What are you all saying? I can't control a mech!
Rena! How could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it?
I'm sorry about that, Keiichi. I didn't have a choice. Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together.
Now, Rena, say your prayers. Rena had stumbled onto the mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating this situation with a similar, particularly immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Sadako and Rika were both wiggling their fingers. He probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena wanted not no part of what she knew about what was going to happen, but stiff with fear.
Keiichi, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you?
I wonder. Now then, are you ready?
Okay. So as long as it's you, Keiichi.
The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
I believe that Keiichi won't do horrible things to me.
But he won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell! Game over.
Yay! I did it! I survived! Yay!
Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. So daylight broke in the nick of time. An evil zombie army disintegrated to dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. Last girl, Rena!
What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi was dolling about! Punishment is required.
As I was subdued by Sadako and Rika, and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Forgive me! Then the award for surviving goes to Ryugu Rena and Sunazaki Mion. Yay!
Huh? Micha wasn't a zombie?
Only pretend to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know. Ugh! Mion, you little... Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for next class. Let go of me, Rika! Sadako! Having my feel of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have had Mio cry for mercy next time. I would not survive these zombie games. Oh my god. How long has this been going on for? I don't want it to go on for too long. 22 minutes, good. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I agreed to meet with Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of the mountain of treasure from before. Mom, do we have work gloves? I need towels too. Aren't they in the shed out back? The towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically. What's going on, Keiichi? Where are you headed to in that getup? If they come to dump again illegally, they'll be buried completely and it'll be possible to dig them out. If that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. A bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal. Well, don't be out too late. Mom returned into the kitchen with a puzzled expression on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran to someone. It was Tomitake, probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that he took all the pictures of a handsome young man in the twilight. Hey, long time no see, Keiichi, right? My dear regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Rena, guessing by the way Tomitake was shaken up. What was that all about? She was walking around with an axe, and she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. That was Rena, without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today. She couldn't hide her excitement. I hit myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite a spectacle for a girl of her age to be running around with an axe. Tomitake's expression was the epitome of logical. It's fine, just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tomitake was alive by my crass response. well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. I'll probably toss a bunch of BS out there. If you were to be killed out there, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop around too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam suite where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitake abruptly called out to me. Keiichi, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but... I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitake turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but I felt like I said something bad. I understood what Tomitake was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting around while waving an axe around would certainly seem dangerous. You should cover the axe with something when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it around in the open like that.
Seems that I lost it, so there isn't one.
Thinking about it, there was really no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry around an axe around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Well, let's finish it today. If we bust through this last beam, we should be able to pull him out. I got everything I need. Leave it to me.
Okay.
I took the axe from Rena and made my way up the unstable slope.
Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi will save you.
All right, get back. I'll finish this in one go. A solid thwack ran throughout Hinamizawa as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself.
If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I had wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired. I decided to take a break. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets.
I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight.
Oops. Wait. That's Keiichi. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight.
Yeah. Thanks. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. Oh.
Come to think of it, Rena, you're a transfer student too, right? Where'd you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I thought she lived here all her life.
In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it is out here, but it was still out in the countryside.
Why'd you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know this is pretty far out in the boonies.
Why'd you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work?
Dad said he wanted to move out to a studio. He'd been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect.
Studio? Is your father an artist or something?
He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. Ah, yes. I too also want to be an artist full time one day. You can help, fund that on my coffee, where I sell my digital prints. And you could read some blurbs to see where else I spread all my art to. Anyway, when he started his works, they were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makihari Messe. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
That's amazing! Let me see them next time!
I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my dad painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers.
But you transferred here in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle?
Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers for Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the axe and headed back to the worksite. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song, as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I don't have that luxury. Yeah! You little! Damn it! I swung the axe countless times today, just like this. Contact, shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled the passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the axe was not only split through the beam, but smashed through the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came out with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet.
What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Sorry. The figure's arm. I broke it off.
Oh, that's all? I thought Keiji hurt himself.
I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled.
We just need to tape it back and put a coat on him. Nobody will even notice.
I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side?
Okay.
It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mio knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended they didn't know. I looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, was scared. You're pathetic, my Keiji. All right, Rena, let's do this in one go. Ready? And...
We did it! We did it, Keiji! Yay!
The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days' work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end, instead we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
Colonel Sanders, he really is cute!
It didn't really matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheeks. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it. I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark.
Yeah, right! I really wanted to thank you, Keiji. I won't forget this.
Think real hard about what you'll do to repay me, okay?
I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder...
For now, I just hold back my evil cackle. We're ready to take it to her house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed axe. I prayed we wouldn't run into Tomitake. If he saw us here and took a picture, we need to get rid of him. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitake said, unable to grasp my sense of humor had left behind. You received new tips. What kind of name is Rena? Alright, glad we finished the rest of that chapter. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.